Hey friends, thanks for tuning in for another adventure. I hope you're all doing splendid today, having a wonderful day. But today's video, today's little adventure is going to be my August TBR. I'm really looking forward to this month. This summer has been very busy with school, and I only have one more week into August of summer school, and then I get a week off, and then guess what? Fall semester starts right back up. But I don't know if I'm looking forward to the classes that I'm selected, but I'm just looking forward to that little week of break where I get to just dive into more reading and kind of enjoy life a little bit. So I've got quite a bit of picks here that I would like to get to, and I think without further ado, let's just hop right in with my picks. As always, we got to start with the Book of the Mysteries. I finished both those books last month. The first one was All the Stars and Teeth, which was a YA sci-fi, or not sci-fi, fantasy, which wasn't too bad. And then what was the other one? The Great Alone by Kirsten Hanna, which I really enjoyed. So I think as a little reward, I'm only going to do one this month because there's quite a few other books that I would really like to get to and just kind of enjoy some video games or something instead. So I'm going to shake up and select one pick for this month. And the pick goes to Red Queen, which is the first book in a new series. So I guess I will be starting another series. I am in the middle of so many series, so I've heard quite a bit of good things about this one, so I don't know. If you've read it and you enjoyed it, please let me know. But that is the Book of Mysteries for this month. Next over is a series that I will be continuing on, and this last month I didn't get to continue on with many books because I had to get to this Book of Mysteries, but I would like to continue on with Beyonders. The second book is Seeds of Rebellion by Brandon Mull. I just really enjoyed the world and kind of just this unknown kind of middle grade fantasy, and I just enjoyed the kind of concept behind it. But like this one kid, Jason, is kind of transported to this mysterious world, and the only way to kind of get back is to kind of hunt down this wizard, and these different syllables to take him down, and each syllable is kind of scattered around the world, and he has to journey with another kind of person that I won't go into detail because it might be a little spoiler. But they go together and find this word, and they try and stop the wizard and go back to their home world on Earth. And I was really kind of left off with a lot of questions after book one, so I can't wait to continue on with the series. Next up, I'm excited to get to this one, and that is the next book in the Harry Potter series, and that is The Order of the Phoenix. This is several of my BookTube friends' favorite one, and I can't wait to just dive into it because after the Goblet of Fire, just a whole bunch of stuff just occurred, and I am left with a lot of questions, and I can't wait to just continue on. This has been just a fun journey, and I've loved every second that I've spent through this series. It's just been great. And the next one is going to be a book that I will be starting very soon once I get through this one book that I'm in the middle of. And that is the second book in the Crown of Feathers series by Nikki Paul Peretta, which is The Heart of Flames. I loved the first one, Crown of Feathers. I just loved everything. I've always kind of been a fan of kind of phoenixes and just like this kind of phoenix rider kind of rebellion going on I was on board with, and just the kind of different perspectives that it takes I really enjoyed. And I kind of liked how Veronica had to disguise herself as a boy to kind of join these phoenix riders, and just after book one, I really wanted to just binge the series because the third book just came out, and guess who bought it? Me. Yeah, so I'm going to be binging this whole series. And the last book in some series that I will be continuing on with is All the Tides of Fate, which is the second book in the All the Stars and the Teeth kind of duology. And I figured since it's just a duology, I'll just continue on with it. I wasn't really a big fan of All the Stars and the Teeth, but since it's a duology and I'm kind of stubborn like that, I felt like I needed to finish it. But I will kind of go over my thoughts on the first one in my wrap up. But I mean, it was okay, but it was hard kind of choosing to continue on with, but I'm stubborn, so I'm going to continue on with that as well. These next picks are just a couple different books that I would like to get to this month. And the first one I am looking to do a group read with, but for sure I'm going to be doing a buddy read with Hugo over on Scientist Reading Room. And if you want to join in on joining on this little adventure, let me know, because I'm really excited for this, and that is going to be the Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. But this is a new release, and I'm really excited to get to it. Just everything that's going on with it. I'll just read you kind of the blurb. It says, trapped by her despotic brother within the crumbling walls of an ancient temple, Princess Melina dreams of vengeance. Forced to disavow her birthright and her power because of her past, maidservant Prina dreams of freedom. In a world besought by wild magic and turbulent uprising, their destinies will become irrevocably tangled, and together they will set an empire ablaze. So just that little bit, and I need to start it, and I can't wait to. It's got several blurbs by some well-known authors, and I can't wait to dive into this and buddy read this. So if you want to join in, please let me know. This next one kind of scares me a little bit because of how big it is, but I will finally be starting War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. I know I said that I would never read this, but after a lot of people saying that it is worth it, I finally picked up a copy, and I'm going to be spreading this out over the next couple months. I don't know the best way to kind of go about that, so if you have an opinion, please let me know whether I should kind of do like different parts or books within it, and kind of, but I would like to spread it out, and I'm just really excited to finally dive into this. Everyone, I've just been looking more into it after kind of watching or rewatching that video and kind of learning more about it. I've just been really interested into finally getting into it, so I can't wait to just dive into it. And this next one I really want to get to because I sadly didn't get to it last month, and that is Half Sick of Shadows by Lauren Sebastian. I just loved everything kind of about Camelot and the Arthurian legend growing up. And I just love how this one's kind of like a feminist reimagining of it, following kind of the Lady of Shalott, or I can't pronounce the names today, I'm sorry. But just like, I really want to dive into it, and the cover is outstanding. I think it's really kind of standing out with this sword, and she just looks really badass and ready to kick some ass. So I can't wait to dive into this finally. It's a new release, and I've heard that this is her adult debut, and I'm ready to get into this. I'm ready to get more on board with some Camelot and get back into that Arthurian world. And these last couple picks are going to be some graphic novels. I've been really wanting to get into more graphic novels. I haven't really checked out much kind of in graphic novels or comics, but I picked up these two, and I'm kind of split between which one to start, so I'm going to need your help deciding. So please let me know down below. But the first one is going to be Nameless. I saw this on Steve Talks About Books channel a while ago, and I saw it on my used book channel for really cheap. And it's kind of got these astronauts and kind of some darker stuff going on, so I'm really interested in this one. And the other one I am also really excited for, and that is the Sandman, just a whole collection of book one. And I love the audiobook version, and I can't wait to just dive into this one. So I'm split. I need your help determining which one to pick up, so please let me know down below. I almost forgot. I will be continuing on with reading some poetry or play. And since I already had this poetry collection, I'm just going to dive into it. I finished Where Hope Comes From, and I really enjoyed that. And the one that I have is Milk and Honey, and I've heard a lot of great things about that one. So I'm going to dive into that one as well this month. I'll be splitting it up kind of throughout the month, kind of like War and Peace. But I can't wait to dive into more poetry. I've been enjoying a lot of poetry, and I've been watching on Jeremy Feast's channel. He's been covering a lot of different poetry collections, so I've just been on board with poetry for some reason, and I've been enjoying it. Some books that I'm currently in the middle of is The Helm of Midnight, and let me tell you, that book started off really great, and I am in love with the world and everything going on, and I'm almost finished with it because I've just been loving it that much. I've just been flying through it, and I've also been listening to this big old chunker. It's probably the biggest book I've ever listened to, The Fall of Giants by Ken Follett. I saw a review on some of his other books on Jeremy Feast's channel a while ago, and I already had this one. And this one has been very interesting. It's almost like a soap opera, but I'm digging the soap opera because it's covering kind of World War One, and that is one of my favorite kind of periods to study in history. So I can't wait to just continue on with it. I'm about halfway through, and it's been enjoyable. It's like I said, just kind of like a soap opera, and I remember my mom watching those all the time and hating them, but I am enjoying this. I don't know, like that's kind of It's kind of weird that I'm 21 and I'm enjoying soap operas. I'm an old man, I guess. But that is my TBR for the month of August. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know any of your thoughts on any of these books I picked out. If you want to join in on a group read with Forward the Jasmine Throne, please let me know down below. But that's all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a splendid day. I look forward to seeing you in the next adventure. I post new videos every 2 to 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But other than that, I'm going to leave you with a message from Ellie, who said that adventure is out there. So I'll catch you next time. Bye.